I also love just how unserious the profile pictures are.
What do you mean? These are the most menacing profile pictures I've ever seen. That's Kirby. That's Toothless. They got that dog in them.
All right, we're off. C-Spin versus STP C-Spin on our openers here.
We are already seeing some insane speed gaming. Okay, for a moment there I thought OSW was gonna grieve that counts 4. They do know better. And HAYA is just able to access this well. In lightning fashion.
OSW getting that back-to-back going. Yeah, one thing about OSW's playstyle is he doesn't really go for as many all spins as most players.
OSW is traditional efficiency and traditional downstack. Gives you 2 options, adapt or die.
So true. HAYA up at the top with a lot of cheese on the board. OSW also with a lot of cheese. Both players down stacking through it right now.
Also, both of these players aren't dropping speed at all. Playing at pretty much their respective peaks. And HAYA's gonna take the first point.
Cheese indeed. That was quite the cheesiest round we've seen all night.
I mean, this is starting to look like a Season 1 match. But of course that's only 1 round, so we can't say for certain if that will continue.
Ooh, OSW with a misdrop on that L piece right now, going for the count to 4 to fix it. Holy greed.
Oh my gosh.
Holy greed.
Holy greed.
And it works.
Littler, what are you doing? Why is it working?
That is the way OSW plays. The most insane greed you've ever seen, and it works out.
Speed gap gaming. That's what the S stands for, baby.
So true.
Alright, HAYA's gonna be forced to break Surge. And OSW has so much cheese on their board. It's gonna be a tough down stack. HAYA has the 2-7 for more pressure. But while they were even trying to access it, OSW is already out of there. HAYA not able to find a surge threshold, so their potential is gonna be extremely capped. Able to find one now, but the misdrops aren't going to allow them to compound it.
PCO stack from HAYA and a misdrop early on that they're going to have to fix. Get into the well, but the eyepiece isn't there, and OSW finds the quick point off of that misdrop.
That was actually like such well played by HAYA there on the defense, but unfortunately just not able to find what they need in time. I love to see the C-Spin versus delayed C-Spin opener. The resulting game state is always wild to watch. I guess this is the force threshold. OSW's gonna break immediately upon achieving it themselves.
A little bit of greening at the top from OSW as HAYA is trying to build up that back-to-back from the bottom of the board, getting those all spins going, but quickly finding himself at the top. As OSW's pressure comes through, OSW pressures it out in a 4.4 PPS round.
Yeah, dealing with that almost full PPS gap is always going to be a tough mountain to climb. But it's not only tough, but it's also necessary. It's a requirement, even.
The 22 spike comes out from HAYA, but OSW is able to accept most of it as clean.
They got the TST upgrade.
TST upgrade was really cool. And a Z-Miss drop from OSW on top of the stack is going to slow him down a little bit. HAYA at the bottom in the 6-3 is trying to pressure out, but Just now getting that back-to-back, breaking it in the 16 spike. OSW up at the top, misses the Z-spin there, trying to get that L piece in there, and it is not quite working.
Very well played from HAYA there. It's just sending that cheese when OSW least expected it. They tried their best to cancel it, but to no avail. We are going to see that 5 PPS LST trying to contend with the Speed Demon. Will it work out? We're about to find out. Trying to send cheese, but it's all canceled. Misdrop's gonna make it a tough situation, but they are going to find their well and escape the kill threat.
Yeah, that was a nice open from HAYA, but it's tough to beat OSW's own game of just speed pressuring your opponent, and HAYA does not have enough pieces to get out of that. Great pressuring from OSW.
We're gonna see C-spin versus delayed C-spin once again. As soon as I say that, we are gonna see a misdrop from OSW. Not something you like to see. Looking for the cycle, able to find it. There's more where that came from, though.
Oh my goodness, the survival.
They have the micro combo multiplier.
Getting that T-spin up at the top there. More T-spins up at the top. This is greed central over there.
Okay, they don't get away with it, but oh my heart. Oh my god.
OSW should have lost that about 3 times before he actually did.
Yeah, that sounds like the OSW experience. Oh, I thought I was gonna see something crazy, but nope. Wibble knows better.
HAYA breaks, and he's faced with the minus 12 at the top of the board.
The eyepiece misdrop usually looks scary, but this time they actually benefited from the delayed cancel. And they're gonna have so much more pressure as a result, even able to make the surge threshold. Gonna be able to eat the 20 unscathed. We're gonna return to neutral, but the volatility is still cranked up to the maximum. And HAYA comes out at top. And they're closing this gap. OSW doing a little bit of float spamming. And this stacking pattern from OSW looks eerily familiar. A little more than just the 6-3 side of things, but it is going to be enough to secure the top out. C-spin comes out from HAYA. It's going to be used entirely for canceling. Breaking the surge as soon as they get it. OSW just trying to make it to floor. They already have all the wells they could possibly desire. HAYA at the surge advantage, but they're not going to be allowed to keep it for long. They have the column 7 at the ready. Not able to fully exercise it into a clear advantage.
OSW with some floatings in the middle of the board right now. Little bit of waiting before getting down, and there's the 29 spike, which is enough to find the kill on HAYA, who was just not ready for that amount of pressure.
I believe that was a misdrop on the spike extension for OSW too. They had more, but they didn't need it. It was already enough. 16 comes out from HAYA, looking to send some cheese, not able to execute. OSW doing some of their tried and true misdropping.
Yeah, that was a tough one to get out of there from OSW.
What a punish.
Some LST from both sides.
HAYA is still trying to keep the 7-2. Gets the count to 4. And has an amazing well transfer here. Unfortunately, it is column 2, so they're not going to be able to compound this advantage any further. OSW looking to just keep stacking the surge. Very nice time to break. Love to see the chat in shambles every time this happens.
It's insane.
HAYA has so much cheese to deal with. And the mercy of their Q is non-existent. OSW has the clockwork lead in their favor.
Why did OSW just go and type 6-7 in chat?
This
Brother.
is a level of confidence only
Brother,
OSW
you have
has.
something else to do right now.
Dog. Am I allowed to say deserved? Also nice.
Nice. Caboozled spamming L in chat.
OSW, I think you found your number 2 hater. We all know who number 1 is. Sorry, Caboozled.
Match point.
Set point, OSW.
Well, yeah, set point, set point. It says match point on my screen, says set point on the stream.
Wait, it does?
I don't have the skin. OSW up at the top. HAYA with this clean board. Small surge to OSW, who's up at the top. OSW has to get out of this and misholds.
They had the out, but not the execution. This could be the cracks in the momentum that HAYA was looking for.
This is...
Looking to convert this by any means necessary.
HAYA's wall not looking great. OSW with the 19 spike to try to pressure out. Ooh, OSW misdrops over the well. Clears things up. HAYA's down at the bottom of the board with no material to work with. And ends up at the top very quickly.
Into a mech shape here. Has a multiplier down to 35 spike. All the way to 4. OSW looking for the well. Within a single row of living of dying twice in a row. Not able to find the 4th threshold for cancel. HAYA still has more pressure. But OSW has already escaped. And the pressure is on.
And there is the pressure. There is OSW finding that first set right now. And players exchanging their GGs in chat. All right, it looks like we'll be taking a short break here as players take a moment.
Once again, well-deserved breaks.
Well-deserved
Take them when you
breaks.
get them.
Yep. And I think that's kind of what I was expecting to see in terms of play style from these players. But
Definitely
I'm excited to see this next one. This could go either way for sure.
Both players, relatively the same style. OSW just happens to be faster, but even then, the speed gap was able to be overcome over 50% of the time. So, I'm definitely not going to count out HAYA here. They've got potential.
Yeah. And I mean, you could see some plonking, definitely a lot of strategies to try to work around that speed gap. And I mean, very well played. OSW did misdrop and has been known to misdrop. Both players definitely misdropping, but that's honestly the best opportunity you're going to get to kill OSW is right at a misdrop.
Okay, click.
All right, looks like we are just waiting for players to say that they're ready.
You've got one confirmed.
All right, GLHF's in chat being exchanged, and it is time.
Double affirmative. Lift off soon.
There's our countdown.
The mirrored opener from both players. We're gonna see them start to divert now. Both players just trying to get down now. definitely not allowed to do too much offensive gameplay in this circumstance. I mean, OSW is going to try their best regardless, with the most aggressive count to 4 in the modern day.
So many count to 4s.
And OSW, what is your plan here? Why did that work?
That's it. Yeah, why did that work? That's a great question. Why did that work?
We take those? Question mark? I think this is reliable from OSW. Love to see when that comes back. And wow, that surge from OSW. And that's a 36 of pure sustain. HAYA looking for what they have, but you see the eyepiece literally at the bottom of the bag. Unfortunate.
Insane spike.
Like, it's one thing if you have the burst, but it's another if you're able to play so fast that the game does not care that you've broken combo.
OSW with the misdrop and the save on that C-spin opener there was great to see.
32 comes out from HAYA. That is going to force the break on OSW. And this could be the advantage that they're looking for. 28 plus tax has the 6-3 at the ready. And OSW greeting way too hard there. That's HAYA's point, not on the board. C-spin comes out from OSW. They have a misdrop
on the side.
HAYA's ready with a punish.
There it is.
That's gonna be a sub 10 round.
Speed running these points here.
HAYA doing a little bit of mech shape. Keeping the all spins at the floor. Oh, OSW! What in the IRS did I just witness? Once again, didn't work out, but imagine.
C-spins coming out from those openers for both players. HAYA building up that back-to-back just a bit faster, and there's the break as OSW has the C-spin.
OSW didn't need to think twice about that C-spin, but that is quite the spire they have on the left side, and you see that there is a garbage hole there, so it's gonna be tough to get down. But once again, the pressure over the garbage just doesn't matter.
Oh, the misdrop from OSW is going to end the point. Yet another just well-timed spike from HAYA. A little bit lucky as that misdrop happened after the spike was set off.
OSW's keeping the 2-7 clean. HAYA has a misdrop on their board, but they're able to cycle to the first eyepiece. The spike from OSW is coming in pretty soon. Breaking with a 24 with still half of their board to go worth of pressure, but not able to access it fast enough to find a kill.
OSW with some cheese on the board that he's going to have to work through, but HAYA's at the bottom, has that clean well on the side to get to, but that J misdrop is going to work against them right now, and they turn it into an STSD. That is an insane conversion from HAYA there to keep him alive.
Another misdrops is gonna be a tough down stack. Donating the T-spin double. Knowing it was cancel or die there, they can worry about access later, and it will give them the W. Oh, very well played from HAYA, taking a 2-point lead.
Yeah, a little bit of greening there from OSW at the top, who's starting off this DT cannon. Love to see the DT cannon.
I think they wanted DTC spin there, but they just didn't have the pieces for it.
Oh.
And yeah, that is gonna be death. HAYA is actually running away with momentum. This is what they've been looking for.
OSW starting off with the 6-3 stack. HAYA has this fractal built up. More all spins to keep this ready to go, and HAYA breaks with that 16 spike. OSW at the top breaks in the 19, and both players have a lot of cheese to deal with right now. Both up at the top, trying to be on that down stack.
OSW misdrops, but all it ends up being is a +1 to their combo. Completely unfazed.
Both players towards the bottom now, looking for those all spins to build up that back-to-back. HAYA working around these misdrops so well, puts a hole in the stack and fixes it. OSW going more for the count to 4 strategy and has to break.
Taking advantage of OSW's greed there, forcing the break out of them. Oh. OSW misdrops the eyepiece, able to cycle to the next of the combo. Very well played, gonna escape the immediate kill threat. 20s fly from both sides.
Ends up canceling. HAYA with quite the stack going on.
Oh, they had it!
They did have it.
A misdrop. No. That's a sad way to lose the momentum. Gotta hope that's not that hard of a hit to the mental. As the C-spin at the ready, OSW gets the well exactly where they want it. Not even gonna worry about their continued surge, just gonna send it as soon as they make it to 4. Not gonna overthink things. Both players currently just looking for a way in. Easier said than done. OSW playing greedy all the way up to the last line. Absolutely fearless playstyle. And they are going to get rewarded for all of this greed with a 10 surge lead and counting.
The greed is unparalleled there from OSW, but HAYA stays alive, has 2 T-spins ready to go, builds a fractal over the well, and sends this pressure to OSW.
But OSW just has so many clean wells, and we know how they are with the well transfers. It's looking pretty scary if you're HAYA and you don't have the immediate access that they're ready, looking for all spins to at least get some cancels. OSW getting a little bit too greedy.
The misdrop almost kills him there, but he stays alive. That cheese on OSW's board isn't looking great. There's the break as OSW combos down through this.
Back from OSW.
He has more cheese to work through, though. As HAYA is just continuing to send that cheese.
But the advantage is gone. We're back to neutral. OSW just gonna keep transferring through these wells like it's nothing.
Both players abandoning the back-to-back right now. Just exchanging blows in this long round.
And you just love to see the flowchart-esque gameplay from OSW. Go to floor, tank, return to floor.
This round is going to be so important for the momentum of this match. Whoever wins this has the knowledge that they won this long round to carry them through this. And who's it going to be? OSW is the back-to-back advantage right now. Has the all spins ready to go, but HAYA is keeping that board clean. OSW with the 30 spike. HAYA has 3 eyepieces. 3 eyepieces ready to go from HAYA's side to keep them alive.
Bale of the century!
OSW with a 35, a 41 spike.
From OSW. HAYA is looking precarious, but they're still fine. They have both eyes. They know they're safe to waste one.
Oh, the team
misdrop! Misdrop! That's not what you want to see!
Oh my gosh!
And that's such an important round for the resulting mental game. OSW is about to run away with this momentum, and this HAYA can find their second win.
OSW is one of the most momentum-based players out there, so that round is so important for him to continue on here. HAYA knows that he's going to have to do a lot to bring this mental game back, but that's what he has to do. That's what he's going to try for right now, and OSW is just going to continue building this up. Both players with that back-to-back. HAYA has the side well, but the misdrop on the...
Oh, that eye misdrop wasn't real. I think OSW might have found it.
Yeah, definitely OSW just...
This is a code
messing with HAYA's board from afar. Right, oh, absolutely. But the mech heart shape comes out.
And oh, what?
What?
No hesitation. Rhythmic down stacking.
But the
so much cheese, they're gonna have to run it back. That misdrop is really good for them. This is HAYA's time to shine.
The greed for the count to 4.
It was optimal. They've got the column 7. And OSW once again tanking to the final line. They send the surge first. HAYA's gonna be in a very precarious situation. They have the well access, but not the well user. 6, 7, do.
Oh my gosh, the greed just working out. Every single aspect of that right there is exactly why OSW greeds like he does. And HAYA has this misdrop, this hole in the stack over on the side. That's going to give OSW the early back-to-back advantage right now. OSW builds up this fractal. Had several opportunities to bail on it, but did not. Oh my. What are we on? What are we doing?
It's the board. They have so much clean at the ready.
No, there's no.
Okay, once again, doesn't work out, but imagine if that worked, though.
Wow.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. My heart. It's gone. OSW stole it. Wait.
The C-spin there is insane, but the rest of the board is not looking great. All right, can HAYA follow through, or does OSW bring it back?
Oh, what a donation from OSW here.
HAYA with some cheese on the board, up at the top, has to work through this.
That T-spin was crucial to their cancel.
Combo.
What a downstack from HAYA, but the eyepiece is too far. Tied game at 8. Five PPS LST from HAYA, and it's remaining consistent. They see the double up, they've got the theory on deck, and they get the perfect while to continue.
But you know who also is doing 5 PPS LST? OSW on the other side here, and he has the 15 back-to-back advantage. He breaks, and that small spike. HAYA cannot get to the well. OSW bringing this closer.
You gotta love to see the LST battles whenever they happen. It really is just an ego-peaking war, and OSW came out on top that time.
More LST.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. OSW finds their stride. They're gonna go for it once again. HAYA is gonna be forced to break here, but they're gonna get a very nice resulting spike. 38 down stack spike, 4 PPS on the dot, tied at 9.
STP C-spin versus C-spin.
OSW's gonna take this into 6-3. Looking for the STSD, they're gonna find the pieces, but the surge is going to break. HAYA wasn't ready for it though, they weren't able to cancel the cheese. This is going to be a problem really soon. OSW cycles another surge. HAYA, ballsy eye waste, and they are going to get immediately punished. And that is set point OSW. Actually, match point. HAYA, the Australian representative, trying to look to claw their way back from here. Looking to see that next
on OSW's board.
That's so much cheese. I don't think there's any way out of this one, even for OSW.
I don't know. Yeah, no.
And the World's Breaker is upon us. The ball is entirely in HAYA's court if we see another game of this matchup. C-spin comes out from OSW. HAYA's gonna get some resulting cheese, but they're able to find the well transfers. Very nice all spins as well. Ooh, HAYA's thinking a little bit too hard. It's not what you want to see. Able to make it out in time, but OSW has the surge threshold, and we know that OSW's not greedy with the surge. They've made it to 4, so they actually have the opportunity to be. What is that well?
Yeah, what is that well?
On a silver platter. HAYA's gonna need a masterclass of defense if they want to stay in it. 31
breaks with a 31.
HAYA survives the initial, but they cannot survive the follow-up, and that is match OSW.
OSW clutching up in that final moment there. Little bit of hesitation from HAYA, just a little bit too much, and OSW is going to move on. That was quite the close 2-0 right there.
Yeah.